Call the September 9th Village Board meeting to order. Would you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Janet's got it this time.
Oh, all right. Roll call, please, Janet.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Trustee McClafferty.
Here.
Kevin Shaughnessy is absent. Trustee Snagowski.
Here.
Trustee Stapleton.
Here.
Trustee Kittredge. Trustee Maher.
All right, thank you, Janet. Okay, next up, we have the consent agenda, which consists of the following. We have the approval of minutes for the Committee of Whole on August 19th, the Village Board meeting on August 26th. We have approval of disbursements from August 29th through September 9th. We have a resolution R-68-24 authorizing the purchase of an administrative police vehicle. We have ordinance O-34-24 authorizing the sale and disposal of surplus village property. We have a resolution R-69-24 approving an OSLAD application for federal funding for heritage quarries and I&M Canal Trail amenity improvements. I need a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee McClafferty, seconded by trustee Snagowski. Do we have any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
McClafferty.
Yes.
Shaughnessy. Absent. Snagowski.
Yes.
Stapleton.
Yes.
Kittredge. Maher.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved. All right. Next up, we have the mayor's report. We have several items going on this coming week and weekend. We have hosted by Astor Gardens tomorrow, September 10th. Lamont Farmers Market is your next chance to get a free t-shirt when you make a purchase from any farmer market vendor. Be sure to check out Lamontsters on Parade art installation that features original work from local artists. We have the Lamont Farmers Market, again, is held on Tuesdays in the Village Green from 4 to 7 p.m. through October 15th. Please visit the Facebook page, Lamont Farmers Market, or their website, lamontfarmersmarket.com, for more information. We have the Fall Household Hazardous Waste Recycling Event. It's always a popular event to get rid of all your, I guess, junk. It'll be on Saturday, September 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Metra parking lots. The event is hosted by the Lamont Environmental Advisory Commission and Citgo. Please visit our news or event calendar at lamontil.us for a link to the acceptable items and recycling stations map. Next up, do you want to build a scarecrow? Well, it's hard to believe we're talking about the Lamonster Days already, and it's starting off with registration open to participate in the Scarecrow Building Contest through September 14th for the Scarecrow Trail competition, which will be on September 21st. So please check that out. The Scarecrow Trail Family Fest is hosted by the Lamont Junior Women's Club and Lamont Township on September 21st at the Lamont Township Community Center from 12 to 3 p.m. There will be voting for your favorite scarecrow, which opens at the Scarecrow Trail Fest and runs through October 19th. Please visit the Lamont Junior Women's Club.org for more information, and also please visit the LamonsterDays.com for the Lamonster Days events and where they're taking place and what time. Also hosted by the Art and Culture Commission, Art on the Green, which will be held on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Registration is now open for artists for both 2D and 3D fine artwork and fine crafts. Space is limited and on a first-come, first-served basis. Please visit for more detailed information on our event calendar page for September 21st at lamontil.us. And lastly, the annual anticipated Fall on Canal Premier Market will be held on Sunday, September 29th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on and around Canal Street with over 50 hand-selected artisans, plus delicious food, photo ops, live music, drinks, and more. For more information and to prepay the $5 entry fee for ages 12 and up, please visit maplesmarket.com. All right. That is it for Mayor's Mention. Next up, we have the clerk's report. Janet.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our first one up is a resolution, R 7024, authorizing street light project at Canal Street and Lamont Street.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Kittredge to approve. Do we have any questions or comments regarding this?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. With Ralph out of town, I'll handle this. I know no one wants to see this expenditure, $46,000, but I'll just make quick mention. Village staff met with representatives of Marbella recently, and we were building out the park, where Marbella was building out the park. I know we were working on our street lights on Canal Street, which is our obligation. We just determined that much of the infrastructure needed to be replaced on our end. Much of that infrastructure was installed back in the mid-90s, as it turned out, and some of the functionality that we'd like to utilize our street lights for, including holiday lights, security cameras, would have lack of functionality. The street lights themselves are going to be going back in, but in terms of the other infrastructure, the controllers needs to be upgraded. So have the first installed new light controller, ComEd transformer, quasi boxes, and there's the quote. We had to move fairly quickly to get that installed, and it's within the I&M Canal TIF, correct, Arshana? So we'll be able to charge it to the TIF, and just need to move forward with this expenditure now today. And Ralph and our village engineer recommend this expenditure just to move that project along.
Okay, thanks, George. Any questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
McClafferty.
Yes.
Shaughnessy absent. Snagowski.
Yes.
Stapleton.
Yes.
Kittredge. Maher.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Next up is an ordinance, 035-24, granting a final planned unit development, PUD, for a Zynga at 11400 Old Lamont Road, Lamont.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Snagowski, seconded by trustee Stapleton.
Want me to add something?
Jason.
Yeah, happy to add. Yeah, this has been a long time coming. The public hearing for this was held in January of this year, and after the committee of the whole, we worked diligently with Ozinga to come up with a plan that allows for their operations to continue without interruption, at the same time expressing their support for the trail connection bridge from the Centennial Trail to the I&M Canal. So working with Mike Stillman and Mark Sturk, they developed a grant of easement. We worked with Terra Engineering on a plat of easement, and those are attached and included as part of their approval for the silo as one of the exhibits.
Thanks, Jason. Any questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
McClafferty.
Yes.
Shaughnessy absent. Snagowski.
Yes.
Stapleton.
Yes.
Kittredge. Maher.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Next one is a resolution, R-71-24, authorizing a reduction of a cash bond for Mary Ellen Woods.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Snagowski, seconded by trustee Kittredge. Jason?
Yep. This is a regular item, often found on the consent agenda, where we are reducing a cash bond in this instance for work that has been completed at Mary Ellen Woods. It was approved by the village engineer.
Thanks, Jason. Okay, roll call, please.
Shaughnessy is absent. Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Kittredge? Maher?
Okay, motion approved. All right. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you.
All right, next up, village attorney report. Mike, do you have anything?
I have nothing this evening, Mr. Mayor.
George, administrator report.
I have no report.
Okay, any board reports?
I got one,
Sure.
this is just a comment, and I think it was covered well in our packet. However, there was a lot of scuttlebutt on the internet about the public hearing for the, I lost my place, yes, for the grant. And the only reason, just a lack of information is basically what it boils down to, and then the public hearing time at 10 a.m. People are like, who can come at 10 a.m.? I'm working, that type of thing. So if there's anything we can do in the future to be more forthcoming earlier in the process, just to get the word out, what's going on, it would quash that kind of discussion, which all it does is create gossip.
Yeah.
And so I just suggest we do something, get out in front of that a little bit more, publicize a little bit more somewhere, somehow, what's going on, just to help the situation.
And if people see it and still do want to submit comment and, aren't available to come on Thursday at 10 a.m., we do accept electronic comment. I think there's
Yep.
a link out there to submit comments to the clerk or the deputy clerk, and that
Yeah.
will be included.
Yeah.
I actually, what I'd like to do, if possible, George, I don't know if I can, or Mike, maybe you can touch on this. Can I take a copy of our, from our packet, the explanation of that, and actually publish it to the website?
And we'll put
Any
the,
problem with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
And I
anybody-
think this is
Public
very
record.
comprehensive
Yeah,
and
we'll put the-
informative, and I think that'd be very helpful.
we'll put the concept even on the webpage too, and
Right.
so I think,
Well, unfortunately, people don't always look at our website.
Yeah.
They get the scuttlebutt going on
Well,
their own, and that, the
I think-
social pages, and that causes the problem.
Well,
And
I think-
then you get all this hearsay going on that is all incorrect.
Well, I think, too, I
or
don't-
misinformation.
we also don't want to get people's hopes up because, that part of those, public hearings are, they're grant opportunities where if we don't get the funding, those projects don't happen. So, I think too, what trustee Snagowski is referring to is that we're applying for a grant through the state DNR, Department of Natural Resources, to do improvements in the quarry area. And that's the village, and we're talking about paving the roadway, seal coating the parking lots, things that we've talked about for years, that we'd like for the forge to do, and because the road, everyone's gone back in the quarry area, their cars get dirty, and but other improvements too, fishing pier, benches, signage, things that very few people would ever argue that shouldn't be done. Signage improvements, right, Jason? Really good.
I was gonna say, George,
but
some people don't like any of the improvements.
yeah,
Others
but,
can't wait to get them.
these are really good. It's a really good project in my opinion. But if the state doesn't like this grant, or if there's a million other applications that are better, we won't get the funding, and we probably won't do the project. So, so we want to manage expectations as well. But yeah, in order to apply and have any chance, you have to have a public meeting. But yeah, also, I know people were confused. Is this for our bike bridge? Is this for Athens Park? So it would be good too to have another meeting for maybe all of our initiatives to kind of tell everybody, hey, what is the village doing? Because there's so many good things happening. It would be good to show the public. We can put it on Zoom. We could have it in person. What are the great things that are happening? Because it's all good news. But I think this application has a really good chance.
Maybe our next newsletter would be
Yeah,
a
there
good
you go.
place to put a
Yeah.
summary of what's happening.
So that's
What's
10 a.m. tomorrow at Public Works, but if we do, or is it Thursday? So if we do Thursday, yeah, if we are successful, it's just a concept. We will have more meetings, and and then just like the Park District's been successful with this grant. I believe they received one for Athens Park and then Miracle Field, I think. So I think we have a really good chance. 'Cause
So
it's a good project. So.
where will we post that tomorrow, Jason?
I could
Yeah.
update the village's website.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the information that's in the packet is, obviously anybody could click on, go to the agenda center now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And click on those links, but I could make it
Can you add like just a couple of sentences?
Like the news section.
Yeah, like, and just address what, kind of what George said, like, hey, this is a,
You need to put it on Nextdoor or something like that, because that's where all the,
Gossip Conference needs to link to that agenda item and put it in.
Yeah.
You can't catch everywhere where the
I know.
talk is going on, but by the same token, just more upfront information on the process and stuff. And we don't need to do it for this particular one. I'm just saying, in general, we need to establish a format, or at least, click here to find out about how public hearings work, or something like
Yeah.
that, The links
Yeah.
would be terrific, yeah.
and if you could just add a couple sentences mentioning what George said, which is like, hey, this is a grant, process. This is not 100%. We're just, we're looking
to
to
apply.
achieve this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason.
Yep.
George, thanks, everybody. I mean, I think it's important.
Yep. All right.
On that note, though, with all the complaints that are going on, what was the other thing that was tied into that was they always go right back to the trucks on Illinois Street and on Main and how bad it's being, right? I mean, didn't you see that? You're like, who
Yeah,
cares
but I'm
about the
gonna,
four-way?
I'm gonna remind everybody, those are state routes and we don't control that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
State routes.
We can work at trying to get them changed, but
Yeah.
don't hold your breath.
All right. Okay. Any staff reports? Okay. Any unfinished or new business? All right. Audience participation, George.
This is the time of the meeting, if anyone has any comments, but I don't see any in the crowd today, so
Okay.
I'll move it
All
along.
right. Thank you.
Part of the agenda.
Okay. With that being said, we are going into executive session, so I need a motion to move into executive session to discuss under Chapter 5 ILCS of the Open Meetings Act 2C1, which entails appointments and/or employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees. I need a motion, please.
so moved.
Second?
Okay, motion by trustee McClafferty, seconded by trustee Kittredge to approve the consent agenda. Roll call, please, Janet.
McClafferty?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Kittredge? Maher?
Yes, but we're not approving consent agenda, we're approving going to closed session.
Oh, did I say consent agenda? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I really? Okay, all right. Yes,
It's really approved now.
yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so we're all good, Mike?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Oh, I missed you, Matt. Did you have any?
Okay. So motion, do we need to do roll call again or no? No.
To adjourn,
Okay.
we're good?
All right, so,
Okay.
motion approved, all right. There will be no decisions made after our public, or
No
our,
action after closed session.
after closed session, so thanks for everyone, and everyone have a good week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.